So we're often asking the security team, what are the top tips for keeping your system secure and keeping yourself protected from vulnerabilities? So we've come up with four. The top four are, number one is keeping your systems up to date. We're creating security patches for a reason. We're creating these updates so that customers can take them and apply them to their systems. If we didn't think there'd be a risk, we wouldn't be creating the update. And therefore, if customers don't take them, obviously they're exposing themselves to risk. And the number one reason why people get exploited is by not having fixes for the security issues applied to their systems. We also, want to give them out via the Red Hat network so that you get a customized list of what affects you and what affects your system. So it's a single tool. Actually, that single tool is really quite important, because we're saying that whatever you've got on your system that you've installed from Red Hat, you can update it all via a single tool. Moving on to number two, we ship Red Hat Enterprise Linux with SE Linux enabled by default. We ship with a firewall enabled by default. We do that for a reason, and we think it's the best way to protect users against particular classes of vulnerabilities. A good example is a couple of years ago, there was a worm. It wasn't very popular on Linux, but it was the Linux Looper worm. And the Linux Looper worm exploited third-party PHP applications through a flaw in PHP's XML-RPC. And the Looper worm actually was blocked by our default SE Linux policy. So anyone who was using, a Red Hat Linux machine and hadn't turned off SE Linux would have been protected from that vulnerability, even if they hadn't applied our update. Now, in this case, our update came out before the worm, so they would have been protected if they kept their machine up to date, number one. But number two, the fallback, SE Linux, was there to protect them in the case. Okay, number three, our products are modular. They're comprised of lots of different RPMs, which means that you can chop and change and only install the ones that you need to install. So if you're installing Enterprise Linux 4, you get a choice. You can install our server distribution. And our server distribution doesn't include Firefox, for example. You've no need for Firefox on a server. So picking the right distribution to suit your application is perfect, because if you haven't got Firefox on your system, then you're not going to be vulnerable to any of the Firefox issues. And Firefox is the number one source for critical vulnerabilities in Enterprise Linux 4. In fact, for the first 2 years of Enterprise Linux 4, if you took our default server installation, there were 0 criticals affected it. But you can take one stage further. Not only can you just install the server distribution, but if you don't use a particular package, you can remove it. So if you've got the server distribution but you don't use Apache, you can just remove that package. You won't get notifications for it for Red Hat Network anymore, and you won't be vulnerable to any of the issues. So the fourth and final item is to keep track of any third-party software that you install yourself. As I've said, if you've got a distribution from Red Hat, you're getting all your security updates from us, from a single source. You go to Red Hat Network, you run your UpToDate or your Yum update, and you're getting all the updates for everything that we ship, including the third-party packages like Adobe Acrobat Reader. But if you install software yourself, you need to make sure that you keep track of that. I'm on the Apache security team, and the number one way that people get exploited isn't through flaws in the Apache software itself, it's through flaws in third-party things they installed. They'll go and they'll take a PHP application from some third-party site, and they'll install it, and then they won't keep track of it. And by not keeping track of it, they're missing out on all the security updates that may come out for that third-party product. And generally, when these things have flaws in them, they tend to lead to arbitrary code execution, and you really need to make sure that anything third party that you install yourself, that you're keeping track of it and applying any security updates that come out for it.